In the heart of a vast and thriving forest, where towering trees stretched toward the sky and crystal-clear streams meandered through the underbrush, lived a majestic elephant named Benjamin. He was the largest and strongest creature in the entire forest, a gentle giant whose presence was impossible to ignore. His skin was thick and wrinkled, his tusks long and gleaming like polished ivory, and his deep-set eyes held a quiet wisdom that had been shaped by years of watching over the land. Despite his imposing size, Benjamin was kind-hearted. He had never used his strength to intimidate or harm another creature. Instead, he roamed the forest peacefully, munching on the tender leaves of the tallest trees and cooling off in the refreshing waters of the river. Yet, despite his gentle nature, many of the smaller animals in the forest were wary of him. They admired him from a distance, but never dared to approach. One golden afternoon, as Benjamin lumbered through a sun-dappled clearing, a tiny voice called out to him, "Hey there, big guy! Where are you off to?" The voice was high-pitched and full of energy. Benjamin halted, his large ears flaring as he scanned the area. His keen eyes finally settled on a small, bright-eyed rabbit standing on its hind legs near a cluster of ferns. The rabbit had soft, white fur and an infectious curiosity in its gaze. Benjamin chuckled, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. "Well, hello there. And who might you be?" "I'm Oliver," the rabbit declared proudly, hopping closer without an ounce of hesitation. "I like meeting new friends. And you, sir, are the biggest friend I've ever seen." Benjamin smiled, amused by the rabbit's enthusiasm. "You're quite the brave little fellow. Most animals keep their distance from me." Oliver tilted his head. "Why would they do that? Just because you're big doesn't mean you're scary. You seem nice to me." Benjamin's heart swelled. It had been a long time since anyone had spoken to him so openly, without fear or caution. "That's very kind of you to say, Oliver. I was just heading to the river to find some fresh fruit. Would you like to come along?" Oliver's ears perked up. "Would I? That sounds amazing! Lead the way." And so, the unlikely pair ventured through the forest together. Benjamin took careful steps, ensuring he didn't trample the tiny rabbit beside him. Oliver, in turn, bounded energetically, darting ahead to investigate every fallen leaf and curious rock. The two talked as they traveled, learning more about each other. "So, Benjamin, what's it like being the biggest animal around?" Oliver asked, twitching his nose as he hopped over a fallen log. Benjamin thought for a moment before answering. "It has its advantages. I can reach the highest fruit, and no one dares to challenge me. But sometimes, it can be lonely. Other animals are either too afraid or too intimidated to be my friend." Oliver frowned. "That's silly. You might be big, but you're also kind. I'd rather have a big friend who's nice than a small one who's mean." Benjamin chuckled. "You're wise beyond your years, little one." As they continued, Benjamin showed Oliver the hidden gems of the forest, places only he had discovered. They visited a secret grove where wild berries grew in abundance, a quiet pond where fireflies danced in the evening, and a cool, shaded spot beneath an ancient tree where Benjamin often rested. Oliver marveled at each location, his excitement contagious. As the sun began its slow descent, casting an amber glow over the treetops, the pair reached the riverbank. Benjamin used his strong trunk to pluck ripe mangoes from a nearby tree, handing one to Oliver. "For you, my fearless friend." Oliver took the fruit eagerly, nibbling on its juicy flesh. "Delicious. Thanks, Benjamin." They sat together, enjoying the peaceful sound of the river flowing gently past them. Fireflies flickered in the distance, and a soft breeze rustled the leaves. After a moment of silence, Oliver spoke. You know, Benjamin, I think you and I make a great team. You're big and strong, and I'm small and quick. We balance each other out. Benjamin smiled, touched by the rabbit's words. You're right, Oliver. Friendship isn't about size or strength. It's about understanding and kindness. And I'm lucky to have found a friend like you. That night, as the stars began to twinkle in the sky, Benjamin and Oliver remained by the river, enjoying each other's company. They were an unlikely pair, but their friendship was as natural as the forest itself, a testament to the idea that true companionship knows no boundaries. Moral of the story: friendship isn't about size, strength, or appearances. It's about kindness, understanding, and the ability to appreciate each other's unique qualities. True friendships can be found in the most unexpected places, and when we embrace differences, we open ourselves to meaningful connections that enrich our lives.